Hey guys, so in today's video I wanted to cover how you can start to migrate features from one Shopify theme over to another desired theme using AI. And so for the purposes of this tutorial, we're going to be using Cursor and then using a couple of different free Shopify themes just to demonstrate this capability. Anytime you're doing this, of course, you want to make sure that you have licenses to both the themes that you're using and permissions from the creator to migrate a feature like this. And so for this tutorial, I'm going to be importing from Horizon into Dawn. And what we're going to be importing is the infinite scroll feature on product listing pages. And so what this is basically when you scroll down a product listing page, let's see if we can open one up here. So you'll notice here, if we view the demo and we go to shop here, that when we get to the bottom of this page, it just loads more products and we can continue to scroll. And so this is a highly requested feature on Dawn, and I thought it'd be a neat idea for a video just because Dawn is actually at its core, or excuse me, Horizon at its core is built off of Dawn. So it should take no more than a couple prompts of the AI to get it to actually properly port this feature over. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to want to do to this end is we're going to want to go ahead and download both the target theme, so in this case Dawn, and then also the theme that we're going to be pulling the feature from. So you'll notice I have a copy of Dawn here. It's quite an old copy, so I'm going to go ahead and import another copy of Dawn here. So I'm just going to go to the theme store, open that up, and then browse the themes here, search for Dawn, go ahead, install this theme here. I'm going to go add a new copy here. And then the other theme that we're going to be pulling from actually is called Horizon. So you'll see in a moment here, after this installs, I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same steps for Horizon. Here we should be able to take this copy of Dawn and download the theme file. And so it's going to email me a copy of those theme files. And then once Horizon uploads, I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same for that theme as well. We're going to have to integrate with GitHub here to make sure that the changes that we make in Cursor actually get uploaded to Shopify. And to do that, I'm not going to show it in this video because I've actually covered how to do that in my coding your Shopify site with Cursor video. So I'll link to that in the description of this video, and I will see you inside Cursor once we're done with that. Okay, so really quickly before we get into Cursor here, we are going to unzip these files and then extract them in a specific way so that Cursor can sort of read these files properly. So I'm going to extract Dawn here, so this is the Dawn theme, and I'll extract the Horizon theme here. And then what I'm going to do is, just so Cursor will have access to these Horizon files while we're inside Dawn, I'm going to go ahead and drag this Horizon file into the Dawn folder. And so now you'll see that this is here. I'm actually going to go ahead and rename this to just Horizon_theme, and then we can keep that there. From here, I'm going to bring up a terminal window and go ahead and navigate into my downloads here and open up that theme export, the Dawn one. From there, let's just go ahead and open this up in Cursor. So that should bring up Cursor here in a moment. So now we're inside Cursor here, and I'm going to open up a terminal here. And from here, we can get coding. I want to go ahead and Shopify theme dev --store will mizback-com.myshopify. I believe that's the My Shopify link for this store. And actually, I believe we just want to get rid of this. willmizback.myshopify.com. From there, I'm going to go ahead, hit enter, and that should spin up. So let me Shopify auth log out. If you get an error similar to this, a lot of times if you have multiple developer accounts, you just need to log into the relevant account So you can log out, and then that should clear it. Anyway, so now it's going to prompt me to actually log in, which I'm going to go ahead and do. Okay, so now you'll notice that we actually have a copy of our theme spun up and previewable. And so what you'll see here is that we're on the homepage collection, which I've added all of these test products to. And when we scroll to the bottom, it doesn't give us that infinite scrolls feature from earlier. It has pagination here. And so what we want to do is import the horizon feature, which will give us infinite scroll. And just so to prove to you guys that Horizon actually has this feature, if we go into online store here and we preview this from the Horizon theme here, and I go ahead and refresh here. I don't know if they have it turned on by default, but it should, yeah, so you can see that it's actually, you saw just that first page basically. When we got to the bottom of it, it ended up loading more products. Let me just go ahead and refresh that to demo it again. So you can see the scroll bar is relatively long here. We get to the bottom and it refreshes the products and fills them in. So that is the functionality that we're trying to port over from Horizon into Dawn. And so to do that, we're going to come back in here to Cursor, and we're going to come up with a prompt here to get that feature ported over for you guys. So one of the big rules of thumb with Cursor when you're prompting it is you want to be very, very hyper-specific with the features that you're describing, just so that it will get them right on the first time. Because once you start going in, reprompting it, having it change a bunch of different things, you know, it's going to start to get messy. So the first thing that I would ask it is, I would say something like, so in the Horizon theme, actually let's link that, so you can hit @ and then Horizon theme. It'll link the Horizon theme directory. This Shopify theme has a infinite scroll on product listing pages. What is that feature called specifically? And we're gonna just go into ask mode. And so it won't actually code anything if you're in ask mode here, and it will let us know what the name of that feature is specifically. I really suspect that there is some sort of setting for it. I'm not 100% confident about that, but I would imagine that there is some sort of setting for it. So hopefully it finds the name of the setting. So right here it says controlled by enable infinite scroll setting. So it's probably just referred to as infinite scroll setting. The reason we want to find this name is when we ask Cursor to code up a plan to actually port this over for us, we really want to be specific with the way that we are referring to things. So it seems like it's getting the hang of things, and it's saying here that you can see it in, so it's auto load products on scroll. So that is what it's called here. So I'm going to actually stay in this chat and go to the plan mode and say, can you create a plan for porting over the enable the auto load products on scroll feature from @Horizon theme into the parent theme directory we are in. And this will be like @theme export, yeah, this one here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and prompt that now, and we're gonna see what it comes up with for this plan. And it's gonna say, first of all, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we're just gonna let it go for a little bit, and then we want to, once it's actually generated this plan, we're gonna read the plan in depth to make sure that it's actually on the right track. So it might take a while depending on which agent you're on. You know, again, so you can actually switch the model here to other things. So like, for instance, auto is just going to maximize efficiency here. You can, it depends on your tier that you're on, but you can also select other models. Anyway, so it has actually let us know about the plan. So it's going to say, where should auto load products on scroll be enabled? For now, let's just only do collection pages. And later we can try to integrate it on these pages. What behavior do you want when scrolling? Append next page only, typical infinite scroll, bi-directional. So let's go bi-directional like Horizon. Let's try to keep it as close to the Horizon theme as possible. We're going to hit continue here. It's going to go ahead and draft up the plan for us. And the reason you want to use plan with cursor is if we were to just from the very beginning be like, hey, rip auto scroll infinite load feature out of Horizon theme and put it in the main parent directory, and we did that on an agent mode, it might get it on the first try, but it also might go wildly wrong. And it also will not really let you know the direction that it's going beforehand and what its understanding of the problem is. And so, anytime you're working on your guys' theme, especially with AI agents, you really got to be careful because you're adding a lot of moving parts, and some of those moving parts can break parts of the theme and all these types of things. So we're going to go ahead and read through this entire plan, make sure that we have a good understanding of how it's deciding to enable these things. And once we're satisfied with that, and only then, we're going to hit this build button. Okay, so I've read through this and I'm satisfied with the plan that it is going to execute on, so I'm going to hit this build button here, and we are going to sit back and wait for it to basically work its way through the action items in this plan, which for this it actually only has one, which is infinite scroll feature in the Shopify theme. So it's going to go ahead, plan next moves, and code this up, and then I will see you on the other side, and we will see where it generated the setting, and then test it out on collection pages and see if it gets it right on the first try, or if we're going to have to go in and debug and manually fix some things. Okay, so here we are, and this is the moment of truth here. It has actually coded this up for you, or for us. You notice that it's changed 2 files, added about 200 plus lines of code, and it's actually telling us what it's changed and where we can actually find the setting. So to find the setting, we're going to go into our default collection sort of product listing page layout, and so that should be right here. So yeah, we're on the collection page here, and in the product grid, I believe this is where it should be. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Auto load products on scroll. We want to go ahead and enable that and then save the page. And from here, let's go ahead and preview this development copy. And we will navigate to collections all, so it's already navigated us there. And when we go down to the bottom, it is loading more products when we scroll down to the bottom. So guys, that's the video, and yeah, you can see how powerful this stuff really is. It's incredible how far AI-driven development has come. The fact that with a few prompts, you can literally take one feature out of an open source theme and throw it into another is super, super powerful. And so make sure you guys actually have permissions, from the themes that you're doing this with, obviously. And for this one, I actually cannot distribute the theme files because Dawn is allowed to be distributed, but Horizon is not. Anyways, I'm going to be posting a lot more frequently now, and so if you want to stay up to date with the latest AI-driven development in Shopify, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.